Okay, so it's the 20th of November today. Let's see. So anyway, got a box here. I've been waiting for this for a bit of time actually. Yeah, this was delivered by UPS, and yeah, like it's starting to get to the point where just like, you know, with strikes and everything else, and it's being the lead up to Christmas, like all of the bloody services are going, you know, complete crap essentially. Because this was meant to be like 24-hour delivery. It's actually taken a week, maybe, yeah, just a good part of a week to arrive. So come on. The only good side is I didn't pay for the delivery for this. It was free with the purchase. I keep knocking my phone there. There we go. God, this little box inside of that box, see? So this thing, again, not an exciting thing, but something I need, and needed rather quicker. Every time I seem to think, okay, I'm done for now, I'm just like, oh no, you're not. So it's another hard drive. So yeah, I realised that basically my, because one of my drives that I keep my rips on has 327 gigabytes, which sounds like a lot, but that will fill up though. That will fill up, and that. Well, I could move some of them onto my other drive that I keep my MP4 rips on, which has 2 terabytes left on it, 2.03 to be exact. You know, I spotted this on a sale, and then they're refurbished bits. You know, and it's just a basic WD Helmonks drive. This is meant to be, yeah, 2 terabytes. Quite slim actually for a 2 terabyte drive. So yeah, I'm hoping this should just plug in and play, because, as I think I showed before, I got an extra long USB cable for the occasion, and I'm going to try and feed it in. Because the one it comes with, because it does come with one. I say that, it's bloody falling down the journey. The one it comes with there, these are very, very short. I'm not going to throw it away or anything, and that'll still be useful for something, I imagine, someday. But yeah, the cable itself is very, very short, and I want to put this in my hard drive rack. So yeah, hey, there we go. So the way, let's just plug it in and make sure it works. And the reason also I wanted a USB one and not a powered one, because the powered ones are more reliable generally, because they're 3.5 inch generally, but I wanted one that was USB powered, because basically I'm running out of power sockets, and I've got extension cord upon extension cord of just basically all of these set in. So yeah, it showed up. And it's got 1.81 terabytes free, which is great. So yeah, I'm gonna call that 2 TB rips. And what I'll basically do now is go back and, let's see, currently the drive that's nearly full is everything from A to Q. So let's have a think. A to Q. There's not many Q's, there's not many P's, so let's go to, let's go from I. Yeah, let's go from I, and yeah, we're gonna give it a workout. So I'm gonna give it rips I to Q. We'll paste them in there, and that is 880 gigabytes. Wow! So that should free up some space on there, so it means that things are across 3 drives. The thing is, I am very tempted. There is another 8TB drive, because at the time there wasn't any 8TB hard drives on there, but I am tempted, even though it is a plug-in one, to get another 8TB one. I don't know, because it is still is a fair bit of money, and I haven't got the bloody sockets, so we'll see how it goes. I also picked this up from B&M today, it was on sale. All of you on my other YouTube channel have already seen me review this extensively and spray it up to be the correct gloss. Like, here's one of them there. So yeah, these unfortunately have a sort of a satin matte finish where they should have a glossy finish, so this is just being sprayed with clear gloss so it's correctly glossy. But yeah, I did videos on that on my other channel on that if you're interested. I know there is a lot of people who, you know, cross between the two, but there are some that are just completely blissfully unaware of the others, so yeah. But there we go, people, there we go. Okay, it's the 21st of November today, and yeah, thank God I got to this package before anyone else did. Well, my mum got to it first because she left it on the settee where someone could sit on it. That's how much she does not give a shit about any package or anything that isn't hers. She'll just throw it wherever. So yeah, thank God no one bloody sat on it. I think she went to his, oh, well, no one has sat on it, and I said that's not the point. The point is that, you know, someone could have very easily sat on it and not noticed it. So yeah, I just cut my nail there. That's why I try to do. That's why I tend to do these like down below off camera just then, because if I try and do it on camera, I can't see what I'm doing properly. That's going to tilt to one side. Yeah, move it. I'll move the chair over there a bit. There we go. Oh, okay. So I've been waiting a while for this actually to arrive, but this is, if I can get it out, there you go. Hey, so I've been meaning to get these really for years, but they've been so expensive. Like, most places I've been finding them, they've been like, you know, £25–30 in some cases, and it's just like, not really worth that much. But what these are record label protectors, basically. So what you do is, you get these, including those little spaces there. You pop your record in there, and then you can wash your record, basically without damaging the label. So yeah, but what I'm going to do with this right now is actually seal it back up and put it back in its box for when I do need it, because that'll keep all the bits together. And that's just a thread screw, and that goes through it. But yeah, now this was only, I think, $11.99 or something like that. Which, yeah, that's much more like, I've finally seen the price come down on these, because all it is, you know, 2 bits of plastic, a screw, and a couple of plastic rubber washers on there, and then that's it. So yeah, why they were, a lot of places were charging like, you know, bloody 30 odd quid for something like that. Now this, unfortunately, was shoved through the letterbox. There we go. If I straighten it up, it's this slightly to swing. Unfortunately, it's a little bit back to the box. Thankfully, it's for something I'm not too bothered about the box with, so that's fine, because it's an Amazon Basics product. Okay, so this is not very exciting. It's an HDMI 2.1 cable, an Amazon Basics one. So yeah, this is 1.8 meters. I would have got a longer one. But once you go past like 2 meters, the price more than bloody doubles. Yeah, it gets ridiculous once you get past a 2 meter cable. Now this was on one of their Black Friday sales. I think it was about £7 or £7 something. So yeah. Now the reason I got this is basically because for years, whenever I want to connect my laptop to my TV, I use this HDMI cable, which I'm guessing 99% of people will not recognise it, but this cable I did also buy from Amazon years and years ago. It's quite a long, I think it's either, it might be a 3, I think it's a 3 metre cable. It is a long one, it's definitely more than 2 metres, it's probably a 3 metre cable, if not more. I'm going to guess 3 metre cable. But basically that was only £3, and it was advertised, I can't remember whether it was advertised as HDMI 2.0 or 2.1. It's definitely not that. It does support 4K. It does support 4K. However, it bloody struggles when you're trying to then get it, like, it basically HDR, it does also support HDR, but kind of like goes off and on with it. So yeah, like for 1080p stuff, perfectly fine. And if I was just showing, you know, something regular in 4K, then fine. But recently, because for Black Friday, I was thinking, I saw that the PS5 was £100 off on Amazon and various other places. It was £379 for the disc edition. I was just like, you know, maybe I should jump on the PS5 now, because there's only a handful of games that are exclusive and that to the PS5 that I wanted to play, because I'm not really much of a gamer, and one of those was Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I could have got for my PS4, but I wanted to wait to get the PS5 version. But then I discovered that well, I knew Miles Morales was available for PC, but I also discovered Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart was also available for PC. So I was just like, I should try just running these on my laptop. And I did, and they worked fine. And I thought, well, I can just connect an HDMI cable, you know, up to my TV, and then just connect a PS4 controller. And, you know, I could always buy a PS5 controller, but to be honest, like, the PS4 controller does the exact same thing in terms of the games that I want to play, so, you know, why bother? And there you go. So, yeah, the problem arose is, obviously, it struggled. The HDMI cable, you know, didn't fare up too badly, but when I put things on high settings, it was really struggling. So, yeah, hopefully this cable should... Well, I know it should resolve the issue. It wasn't like bad, but it was like bits where I was just like, ooh, it's, you know, gritty kind of look, almost in places, where it was struggling to get the full detail of the signal through, because I tried it on my laptop, just my laptop screen itself, and it looked perfectly fine on there. And on the TV, you know, at a glance it looked fine, and most of the time it looked fine, but it was basically with like finer like hair details and that where you really, you know, you notice it. So hopefully this cable should resolve it. The only thing I'm hoping is it's long enough, and it should be long enough. The only problem I have is basically getting the HDMI cable into the TV. Because, yeah, I don't like going behind... I rarely go behind the TV because it's really awkward to, because of where it is. It's in a corner. Well, it's just off camera in the corner there. And, yeah, getting to those ports, I don't want to move the TV because the stand it's on doesn't allow for much movement. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot done by hand and feel. But, yeah. Also, another thing. A Windows 11 update the other day nearly bricked my laptop. Because my laptop's an HP Omen. And for a lot of, you know, for, like, if you want things like performance mode, and also even the bloody the RGB keyboard lights, like any lights at all on your keyboard, you need the Omen application and that to run. And this Windows update was stopping it from running, and it was also for some reason stopping the HDMI from working properly either. So yeah, and it just, whenever you plug the HDMI cable in, it would just bloody crash. the whole PC, and I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake, what's happening? And yeah, in the end, the solution was to basically open up Omen, and that it would then ask you for an update. The update would then crash, and what you had to do then was basically open up Task Manager, end task for HP Omen, and then run it as administrator, and then that would fix it. So, yeah. But anyway, that was a bit long off-winded. We've got a record here. Yeah, this is from Rare Waves, who, you know, thankfully improved their packaging recently. And I think that was because, not just me, but apparently, if those who remember, a while ago when I got a record from Rare Waves, and a lot of the ones I got from there kept, you know, arriving a bit damaged, and that mainly because of the packing. But yeah, the guy on there said he's, you know, set to resolve it because a lot of people have been receiving damaged ones because of the packaging. It's not brilliant, this one. It's not brilliant packaging, but it's better. Hey, so that's what arrived today. So, this has got a story behind it. So this is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, didn't you already have a copy of this? And the answer is yes, but this is, well, it's still limited edition. Woo. All the things are falling out. But this, if you remember, is the orange vinyl. So yeah, so previously I'd gotten the purple vinyl, this is the orange. And for those who have been watching my previous videos, you'll remember initially I ordered this off Amazon. And the first one was damaged, it was really bent at the corner and everything. And so I had to get a replacement. And then the replacement was literally, and it's the only time I've ever had this happen with a vinyl record, but it was literally snapped in half. Like that one, that one wasn't sent in any packaging basically. I got it out and I felt it, and I felt that it was basically, I could feel it was in two halves. So that one just went straight back immediately. So, but then what I did is I ordered one off Records UK, who are basically owned by that Universal, it's a Universal company. And to this day, they still have not, despite, you know, paying for 24-hour delivery, it is still not being sent to this day. And I think now that I've received this one, I'm going to cancel my order for that one. Because, yeah, it still hasn't arrived, despite having paid for it and that. And when I messaged their customer service, they said, oh, we're experiencing difficulties and high volume, blah, blah, blah. And it was one of those things where I had to message the customer service several times because it was literally one of those things where it took so long to message the customer service. I had to message them 8 times, and then they sent a message saying, oh, we have had exceptionally high volumes and that for customer service. If you do not need our customer service anymore, then do not reply to this message. If you do, reply to this message. If you reply to the message, then an automatic message of the same thing would then be sent to you. But anyway, so yeah, this one is limited to 750, which is weird because it's available at so many places, but it is individually numbered, and I'm assuming that is the number there. So my number is 654 out of 750. Although saying that, I can tell you that at least 2 of them, well, one of them could be resold, it just has a damaged box, whereas the other one can't be sold because it's literally a record that is snapped in half. So yeah, but anyway, there we go people, there we go. Okay, so it's still the 21st of November, and let me just say, the HP fucking Omen app has been the bane of my existence for the past 24 hours nearly. It's seemingly working now, but yeah, if you don't know, if you've got an HP Omen laptop or anything, basically, if the Omen gaming app isn't functioning properly, basically it needs an update but refuses to update, that'll, you know, stop things like performance mode, for some reason the RGB keyboard. Oh, and also HDMI out. Yeah. Luckily I did manage to sort. Anyway, the bane of my existence has returned. It's Amazon again. And oh boy. These packages, basically, I knew I wasn't going to be in, so I gave instructions for them to be left behind the bins. So, you know, they're nice and out of the way. This driver completely ignored that and just left them right on the front porch, nice in view of, you know, so anyone can just stroll up and nick them. Thankfully, no one did. Yeah, now this box is a little bit beat up, but at least it's not torn open and it is actually sealed. So yeah, this is my replacement one of them, because the other one, if you remember, was not only ripped and was also opened, it was also returned, and the reason it was a return is because it was missing parts, and it wasn't meant to be sold yet. They sold it to me. So yeah. So hopefully this one isn't missing parts. This one I can see is, you know, sealed. Unfortunately, as one of those great big, for sure, it's got one of them massive labels and that on the back. Though I do know the trick to removing that, and that is to basically inch it off slowly, bit by bit. But yeah, if this was like a window box thing, I'd be much more bothered about the box being like that. I wouldn't be happy enough with it. But since it's like a construction-ish type playset, I'm not as bothered about it. Though it still does irritate me that they didn't put it in a box. So yeah, it does seem that this one is completely sealed, because the previous one didn't have all of this, didn't have all of these twist ties and that. They were all cut off. But basically, there was a piece at the bottom here at the bridge. Here it was a piece at the bottom of the bridge, and that was missing on the other one. You can see we've got the supersonic figure and that there. In fact, if we, there we go. So there we go. There's the 2.5-inch supersonic figure with the incorrect green eyes. Let's put the light. So yeah, but there he is in a little bag. But yeah, that's exclusive to this set. Now there is a problem with this. Also, it's a lot smaller than it looks. I thought it would be a lot, like, when you look at it on the box and that, and pictures of it, it looks a lot larger and a lot more round. It's actually quite flat, actually. It doesn't have very much depth to it, actually. I thought it was a lot rounder than this. Maybe it is when you fully construct it, we'll see. But I doubt it. It looks like it's all one piece, that bit. But can you see the problem with it? For those who haven't seen the second movie, the Death Egg. Now, this could be a case of that was the original colour of it, but I don't know, because the Death Egg is not purple in the film. It is basically mostly red, for the most part. It's got bits of, you know, just metal, gunmetal. It's basically like gunmetal and red, essentially, for the most part. But yeah, it's not purple. It's nothing near purple. But yeah, I'm just wondering, is it purple because that was the original design and it was too late to change it? Oh, I've just noticed I've taken the instructions out. I'll put them back in so they don't go missing. Is that the case? I don't know. I might do a separate review on that, possibly at some point. By the way, I've got boxes galore around me. It's a good job this is what I think it is, because otherwise that is not a good thing. This was actually the only thing put through the letterbox, and they basically crumpled it up to shove it through the letterbox. Like, if you're going to leave the rest of the stuff outside, then just leave that outside rather than bloody crumple it up. Just shove it through the letterbox. Thankfully, all this is, it's an Amazon Basics again. This is another micro USB 3 cable. Yeah, you might remember I previously got one of these from the Amazon warehouse deal, which, yeah, for cables, not bothered about getting them used as long as they work and are in decent condition. And yeah, this one is brand new. And these are actually talked about, these are actually decent cables. Like, you know, I will say one thing about Amazon, that Amazon Basics, in terms of cables, not their other stuff, but their cables, Amazon Basic cables, never had a problem with them. They are actually pretty good. So generally I always go for the Amazon Basics when I need like a cable for something, because I generally know it's, you know, it's reliable and it's going to work and that, and it's generally decent quality. So yeah, only when it comes to cables though. Yeah, oh, the Amazon Basic stuff, like for example, you know, their microphones, their desk pads and that, it's like, you know, for around the same price, I'd rather go for a proper brand. So, yeah, but there we go, people. There we go.